Right. Yeah, what is it this week? What's the phrase?
We're, remember the story I told you ages ago about my neighbour having a horse in their house?
Oh, yeah.
Having a horse.
What's happened with that? Lenny Henry doing it as a series?
So,
people nicking your ideas left, right and centre.
Well, that's the phrase we'll be using anyway.
What?
My neighbour had a horse in her house.
How many words is that?
6.
My neighbour had... So, there's no grammar either. My neighbour had horse in the house. My neighbour had horse in house. What is the phrase?
My neighbour had a horse in her house.
Are there any prepositions? Are there any prepositions in this sentence?
Look, don't judge it beforehand. You see, I'm turning over a new leaf. I think this is a great idea. I think Carl's a genius, and I look forward to hearing this enormously.
Yeah, okay. And I won't be sick on your leg, or squeeze your head, or make you jump when you're making a cup of tea. What have we got then? That's that.
Right.
That's the silliest side now. Let's get on with the proper show.
Right, song's a phrase.
Yeah, let's redo that.
On to the classy stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to do the prizes first?
Right, now then, where are they? Here they are. I hadn't seen these, but I'm excited as ever. Alright, we have a t-shirt there, arbitrary t-shirt that you have probably stolen off of someone. What does it say? Is it the Red Hot Chili Peppers? So
that's all right.
that's not too bad. It's a big t-shirt there. On DVD list, should you be giving this away? This looks like it's the film Don't Say a Word.
Yeah.
And it's it doesn't have all the proper packaging. It's literally the disc, the DVD disc, just loose. So enjoy that. The current album from Oasis. Heathen Chemistry, DVD, on DVD, The Life of Mammals, the complete series, the David Attenborough recent DVD, that. Walking with Cavemen, which I think is a DVD, it's currently on TV, isn't it? And,
well, there you go.
And also the X-List, which is a good new compilation, double CD compilation from XFM with loads of stuff on there, including Nerd, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Athlete, all sorts.
Go on then, Carl.
So not bad, actually, simple
nice
stuff.
one. Well done.
So, yeah, it's a phrase that's been said at some point, or said a lot on the show. We've had, like, Hairy Chinese Kid. We went back to my mum had wind for 5 minutes and that. Today we're looking at my neighbour had a horse in a house, right?
Yep.
If you remember, we were talking about that probably about a year and a half ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
right.
people remember. They've been talking about it ever since, Carl, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well,
so
it's famous. It's a world famous phrase. My neighbour had a horse in her house.
Right. So this is this week's Songs of Phrase, and what I've done is I've got songs with those words in that make up that sentence.
Yeah.
You get to email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. There's 6 different songs, right? You email in with what?
I don't know. There is 6. Me neighbour had horse in house. Is it really that sentence?
My neighbour had a horse in her house. It does work. Honestly, it works.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't bother explaining it. Just play it.
Right,
yeah.
so here's the. Here it is.
We're just looking at
Had horse in a house.
Right.
What in God's name was that?
Yeah. Name the 6 songs.
Had horse in a house.
Yeah.
Are we naming the artists or the songs?
Either.
Artists.
Anyone who gets anything can get a prize.
What's
Jeez.
more, Carl?
Artists. Here we go.
Had horse in a house.
That's tricky, Carl. That's very hard. Once more.
Had horse in a house.
Email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. I'll give it.
Another letdown. Another letdown.
It's brilliant. This.
No.
How
No.
can you just say that after I've just been stuffing grapes in my face and
Well,
that?
you failed. You didn't get 1 burger in, right? Even when you tried to chop it up, there's 3, right? So that's it. Steve, out the goodness of his heart, went to McDonald's. Okay, I got some grapes. At 62.
That's got nothing to do with this, though. This is my game show here. Bob Holness didn't say, yeah, Blockbusters is good, but I never see him eating grapes. So this is a different thing. Forget that. Right? Here's the clips again. Here's the clips.
Had horse in a house.
Oh, you know I said I was going to turn over a new leaf and not criticise your ideas? I think it's the end of this one, mate. We should give the prizes away.
Yeah, well, this has been dreadful. This thing. We started off well with him trying to force burgers in his mouth, and then he's come up with this tat. I mean, this is the end of this because it's. I mean, it was shoddy to start with. Now a deal couple. Well, this is not only.
I'm just saying. This is what I was saying in the pub yesterday when you tried to be sick on my leg. I was saying, come up with new ideas if you don't like them, but you diss them on air.
Well, it's just disappointing, isn't it? And awesome.
Right.
What's that?
I was disappointed when I was choking before.
We were disappointed as well.
Yeah, you didn't try. You didn't try with the grapes. You were just like
Right.
chewing like that. You meant to just throw them in and swallow them.
Songs of Phrase, it was 6 songs. It
Yeah,
sounded like this.
boring.
Had horse in a house.
Right, what are they? Just give you
6
answers.
songs there. We had Lionel Richie, My Destiny, for My.
Tricky.
Neighbour.
Oh, that's XFM. Ooh.
My Neighbour was
Space.
Space,
Yeah.
Neighbourhood. Had Harry Connick Jr. Had to Be You.
Yeah.
Right.
Had Your Neighbour had a horse.
Horse from
America.
America, yeah.
Had a horse.
In the house.
In was Lisa Stansfield with
Pathetic.
In All the Right Places.
Oh, pathetic. Did anyone get that? Did anyone get that?
And
No
a
one
house
got
No one
from
got that.
Animals.
So that was pointless.
All right. Well,
Well, that's
the most anyone got was 3,
Yeah.
and we're going to give it to Deborah. Okay, prizes to give away this week. You've excelled yourself again. We've got once again Scotland Rocks, the very best of Scottish music. Texas Deacon Blue
Brilliant.
and Jerry Rafferty.
Proclaim's on there or not?
Proclaim's there. Don't worry,
What they
Dylan
got?
Mitchell's on there as well. Don't worry.
Yeah, sweet,
Don't
sweet.
worry.
It's Biss
Oh.
on there, it's Biss on there.
I'm just checking to see if Midge and Hugh and Gride
Let's have a-
feature, but they
let's have
do,
a-
thankfully.
I don't know.
The Rosillos as well.
Oh,
and Gun.
brilliant. Brilliant,
That's
is
great, so
brilliant.
look forward to
Is
that.
Lulu on there or not?
Oh,
Is she not on there?
I can't
No,
see
she's
her,
not on there.
actually.
She's not on there.
But
The
don't
Wets, are the Wets on there? All the Wets or not? Are the Wets
Fairground
on there?
Attraction.
Brilliant, brilliant.
That's on there. So,
Brilliant. Is Wee Hootie McTooth on there? And is Jamboree?
what's this? This is another arbitrary compilation
Brilliant,
called
brilliant.
Strange and Beautiful. The
Brilliant.
X-List album, which is quite good. The new album by the White Stripes. The DVD Walking with Cavemen, that TV show that's on VHS. It's still got the price on there. On VHS, in case you haven't seen it. Fight Club, and the best-selling book from Michael Moore's Stupid White Men. So actually some quite good prizes there, Carl. Not bad
All
at
right,
all.
Carl. What's this competition?
Right, Songs of Phrase. It's where I get a line that sort of is said a lot on the show, or has been said quite a lot on the show.
Yeah, is this one Stop Squeezing Me Head?
No? Oh, I could have done that. Yeah. But what we're doing is my favourite. The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
Is that the phrase?
Yeah, that's the phrase that we're looking at today.
The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
It is as well. It's his favourite film.
I know.
Why is that again? So, 'cause it's funny and sad, and it's you know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah, they promise you an Elephant Man, that's exactly what you get.
Yeah.
It's good. Have you seen it, Steve?
I have seen it.
It is
yeah.
good, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember at the beginning of the Elephant
Think
Man?
of that, having that as your favourite film of all the hundreds of amazing films. I mean, I mean,
I mean,
just
it's a
think-
good film and it's
Yeah.
a moving film.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it's a film I would watch endlessly again
I
and
don't
again.
care about a bloke with an elephant's
I
head.
watched a little bit of it again the other night. It's one of them that, you know, just sort of reminds you.
You know what annoys me when he goes, "I am not an animal." He is.
Well, I mean, he speaks like one.
And what doesn't
And
help,
he's got
And he looks
funny,
like
yeah.
one.
No, yeah.
but it was a bit unfair because they never let him look in a mirror because he's a bit odd looking. It upset him.
Yeah.
So his hair was always a mess. And that made him look worse than he actually was.
Yeah.
But good film, get it out if you haven't seen it. That's the phrase today.
Do you know, I remember my friend introduced me to that film, and if you remember at the beginning there's a big montage because he is working in a zoo, isn't he, or he's being kept in a zoo, and there's a sequence of various elephants, I think, actual elephants kind of rampaging, and it's just quite a sort of moody, atmospheric montage.
Is he king of the elephants? Could
Well,
he rule them?
my friend said to me when we went to watch this, he said, what happens is, he gets trampled on by some elephants, and that's what makes him look like an elephant. And I went, right, and I watched it, I thought, that's not the case, and I tried to explain it to him, and he's, to this day, still convinced that the Elephant Man, it's like when Spider-Man
gets
was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah.
It was his mum, wasn't
The
it?
Elephant Man! The power of an elephant!
Was it his mum who got...
He never forgets.
Anyway.
Be careful.
Is man what?
Wasn't it his mum who was pregnant and then they ran over her and...
No, I don't think so.
That's the impression I got from it.
No.
You are joking, aren't you?
No. I thought, I honestly... Anyway, right, so the phrase is, my favourite film's The Elephant Man.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
There's 5 songs make up that sentence.
Yeah.
Right, this week. Have a listen, see if you can work out the songs. Email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, right? And you win all that stuff Steve just said, so, right, here we go then.
The Elephant Man is my favorite film.
That was nicely done.
Genius.
Alright.
Let's hear it again.
Here we go.
The Elephant Man is my favorite film.
5 songs there. The
It's
Elephant
not-
Man
not
is
so hard this
my
week, which is
favourite
good.
film. Well, I thought we'd make it a bit easier.
Make it a bit easier. Yeah.
Just,
all right.
just one more.
Email only ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Brilliant. We got the result of the quiz, Carl? Or?
Yeah, I'll just play it one more time. It was Songs of Phrase. Is this the last time we're doing this?
Oh, I thought so.
I thought it worked better this week because it was actually doable.
Yeah.
I think that makes a difference, Carl.
We haven't done Carl's an idiot yet. Carl, you're an idiot, have we?
Oh, well, that's a reason to keep it.
Maybe we can end with that one when you come back.
Right, well, the 5 songs that made up this little thing here was Mystery's Beautiful Blues, Eels, Innocent Man, Billy Joel, You're My Favourite Waste of Time, Owen Paul,
Brilliant.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, Girls on Film, Duran Duran. It sounded like this. There you go. The Elephant Man is my favourite film.
Hang on, was Bohemian Rhapsody in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It
Oh, was
is.
it?
this the
Oh, right, yeah.
Right.
Well, we're
winner?
going to give that to Piley. He just calls himself Piley. Ian Pyle. Good work, Piley.
What's happened to Anders?
Well, I was just going to say, actually, we've not had correspondence from Richard Dickie Anders for some time.
The Dickmeister
Yeah,
General
I
with
know.
his naughty, insulting ways.
Yeah, Anderson used to email regularly. if you're a new
Anders,
listener.
get on your computer.
Get in touch, mate.
What
Just
do
tell
you
us
think
what
of
you
it?
think of the show.
Oh, hold on though. To be fair, he was listening when we were pretty shoddy.
Isn't that
If
true?
he's listened to the last 3 weeks, I think we're owed a little apology from you, Dickster.
Exactly. Absolutely. Listen, Piley, we want to send you all those goodies, including Scottish rock, but we don't have your address, so email in your address.